Hey friends, Benjamin here from Lean, Strong, and Fitness and Wellness. Today I want to talk a little bit about mindfulness, which is my word for how we decrease stress in our lives. In business, there's been books written about this, slow down to speed up. Everybody you talk to, for the most part, you say, how are things? Oh, it's just busy. It was a busy summer. It's a busy fall. It's a busy holiday season. And I'm not making anybody wrong for being busy because I often think I'm far too busy, but we often don't really realize the negative consequences of the way that we're living our lifestyle. And when it comes to health and fitness, which is usually viewed as decreasing body fat or increasing muscle mass, but also has the benefits of stress management, improved sleep, better mental health, which is becoming more and more important. This is one of the habits that improving your mindfulness isn't going to give you an immediate return on investment, like you're not going to get abs from it, but it's probably also the most important thing that you can do to get to your health and fitness goals, whether that is getting a six-pack or simply just living and feeling better. So there's some negative things when it comes to stress. The first one is we live in an elevated amount of cortisol. So our cortisol system is really good at dealing with spikes, like there's a bear, I should run. We need food, let's go get it. Our body does really, really well with these acute spikes in cortisol. But what doesn't go well is when it's elevated and then just stays elevated. My kids are sick, work is busy, this thing is going on, the car needs to be fixed, the roof is leaking, like all these things that we don't have that spike and then decrease. We have a spike and then consistent. And that is terrible for us. Not only does it increase body fat, it also decreases our immunity, which has become even more important since COVID, that we really want to have really robust immune systems. It has negative consequences on your sleep. It has negative consequences on all your other hormonal cycles. Humans just aren't really built to deal with like constant elevated stress. So if you're listening to this and you're someone who is like, I'm a little bit stressed, but it's not affecting me, I'd still encourage you to look at how can you improve your mindfulness, AKA how can you learn to manage stress better? And there's some really interesting research out there that talks about it's not the amount of stress that we deal with, it's how we deal with it. So someone who has really robust stress management and has a high tolerance for it, a really high amount of stress to them might be the same as like a low or medium amount of stress to someone who doesn't have the same stress management or stress tolerance. So the goal here isn't like you have to go quit your job and live in a remote island where there's nothing to do and everything is peaceful. It's more about how do we build up our resiliency to manage our stress better. And today I'm going to give you the top 3 things that I found work for myself and the members of Lean Strong. So the first one is, as much as everyone's going to hate this, myself included, reduce your screen time. We go from a big screen to a medium-shaped screen to the small screen that I'm talking on you now. Everything's a friggin' screen. And especially getting close to bed is if you can reduce your screen time, you're going to sleep better, your hormonal system is going to work better, and you're going to have lots of benefits. I know how difficult it is after a long day where you're just like, fuck, I just want to watch my favorite show or movie and relax. And to me, it's a terrible habit, but I'm probably not alone in this, is I use that as a technique to manage my stress, but it's actually probably doing more harm than good. So ideally, you would have no screens in the bedroom. And the next best to that would be like no screens, either 60 or 90 minutes before bed to give your body a chance to wind down. The second tip for stress management is around starting a meditation practice. So I know this meditation can sometimes get a little bit of like, I don't know, a bad rap, that it's like meant to be all woo-woo and you've got to sit in silence and do it for 4 hours and become a monk. Like, that's not meditation. Meditation, or that's a form of meditation, but that's not what I'm recommending. Meditation can be as simple as spending 5 minutes in the morning working on breath work. It can be as simple as spending 2 minutes in the morning doing a gratitude journal. It can be as simple as going for a walk without your phone, which doubles up with the screen time one, to just simply unwind and relax. And it's something where I admittedly have not adopted a consistent meditation practice, but literally every single person I've talked to who has downloaded Headspace or Calm or YouTube videos for free to do some sort of guided meditation has given me the feedback that they are just happier. There's a lot of value in that. And my third tip for stress management is actually around consistent exercise. And it's funny because when I'm stressed, the last thing I want to do is get my workout in. In fact, just today, I'm like, shit, I got to film my content, but I got to work out, like which one's taking priority. And especially strength training, but any exercise will count for this. The more consistent you are with your exercise and your activity levels and just being more physically active in life, the better you are going to manage stress. It's one of the reasons that exercise is one of the top things you can do to improve mental health. It makes us feel better. If we feel better, we can handle more challenging situations. That thing that is like, oh my God, the sky is falling, now turns into like, okay, that's a problem, but I think I can deal with it. And that comes back to, it's not about the amount of stress you have, it's about your tolerance to manage it. So if we're looking to win the battle and we want to continue to live in a first world North American country where we have a ton of stressors, our only option is to really learn how to increase our resilience to stress, not necessarily completely remove it. But if you do have some optional stress in your life, highly recommend you ditch that too. Hope this resonated with you, and if so, please let me know. Talk to you soon.